Hi, Victoria, there?
Yeah.
Hi,
Hi.
Victoria. I'm so sorry I'm late.
Oh, no worries.
Oh my God. Oh, thank God there's some people still coming in. Hey, Ruth,
Hi, Mark.
one second. Let me get my earpieces connected here. Oh my goodness. Oh, all right. Moving right along. Hey, Sam. Make sure my earpiece is connected here. It says that they are.
Can everyone hear me okay? All right,
Yes.
good. Excellent, excellent. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I I forgot. And I was making my dinner, doing, all kinds of things, having fun. So, all right. All right, Victoria, thank you for being here. Where are you from?
Arizona.
Oh, okay. Where about?
Santan?
Okay. You're not that far.
No.
All right.
I know I've been meaning to join like over the last few weeks, but just so busy. Finally, I was like, oh, okay, because my phone like alerts me over and over like every hour.
Oh my gosh. Okay, good. A diehard. I love it. So,
Right.
oh, fantastic. And how you doing, Aria? Excellent. Excellent.
Hi.
And thank you for joining us, Patria. Is it?
Yes, Patria.
Patria. Okay. Where are you from, Patria?
I live in Colorado,
Oh, fantastic. Where about?
the Denver metro area.
Okay. I moved from Longmont about a year and a half ago, a little less than a year and a half. So, all
Nice.
right. Great. Welcome. And who is that? Joanne. Hey, where are you
Hi.
from, Joanne?
I'm from the Chicago area.
Okay, good. Good. My old hunting grounds or activity grounds, whatever it is, whatever you call
Yeah.
Stomping grounds.
stomping grounds. There you go. Forgot the term. It's so long since I used it. Well, welcome. And Randy's here. Sam's here. Joan, Ruth is here. I keep wanting to call you Joan. Ruth is here. And my name is Mark Earlix, and I am a healer by the grace of God for the new people. And I work with people. I work with light. Light is my gift, my goal, and my tool. This is all that I do in my life. And sometimes I space out and I forget things, but people remind me, thank God, if they're that important. And let's see what else. Any questions anyone might have before we start, please, about what I believe in, what I do, about healing, and about intuition, about anything really. Um,
I'm
anything?
not, and
Go
say I
ahead.
don't have like too much questions, but I am in the process of doing what you're doing. I'm still
Cool.
learning the intuition, the energy healing, stuff like that.
Excellent. Excellent. I pretty much I've been doing this for about 48, 49 years now, and this is all that I do in my life. And um, I guess what makes me what I refer to in my own experience better than most people is that I practice it more,
Hmm.
and that leads into like a innate knowing within, just the ability to work with it. And when I get too cocky with it, then I stop myself and I go back to basics. And that's what helps me to keep on going and going and going. And that's what helps me to also uh, uh, find a greater way within myself. I pretty much rely on the old man or old woman inside. I say, okay, boss, take over. and I let it do it. What I refer to as God, other people refer to as higher consciousness or the nameless one or whatever they call it, a universal mind. And I pretty much rely on that old man or woman inside. And I say, okay, take over, boss. And sometimes it'll show me things and I'll express it to people during appointments or other times if it should. And I've never really have chosen to go into other venues. I just stay with what I do. And most people will tell me that something in their life has changed. I don't diagnose, I don't prescribe, and I don't tell anyone they're healed. I let people pretty much tell me, what's happened with them. Sometimes if I should see something that might help them, I'll suggest that to them and without prescribing anything. Sometimes people have digestive problems, and out of my mouth or into my head, then out of my mouth comes the oh, I understand if you take for your intestinal system, if you take fiber capsules, that might help. And so the ideas come to me without me understanding anything medically. And I'm totally ignorant medically. And as others here have heard, and, the only things that I know medically are what my ex-wife, she was a doctor, and I used to a neurologist, and I used to hear her give consults over the telephone to other doctors and to patients. And I would only be hearing one half the conversation though. So that's my knowledge medically, which is nothing. And that's just, this is the way I operate.
Yeah, I left the medical field and I hope my goal is to get where you're at one of these days.
I don't know if you want to go there. There's pros and cons.
Right.
And so I also teach for everyone here. I also teach in person. I have an apprentice training for 3 days or longer if you want, and uh, or for 2 days according, to the size of the group. I work with one person or up to 5 people, the most in apprentice training, and I also some people will have me go to their areas to teach if they can get 10 or more people, um, approximately. And I've taught classes up to 300 people in 1 day workshops or 2 day workshops. Also, I have classes online and I teach around the country. I'm starting to do that again. One time I was doing it very extensively and I just stopped it all. It was just way too much every other week. And now I'm going to start going back again. And I have a couple future events coming up as well. The online classes are just tremendous. They're philosophically experiential, if that makes sense. And um, there's some people that have been taking my classes every single month for 5 years, 6 years now. And it's the same group of people. And sometimes new people will come in, which is fantastic. Everything's on the website, markearlix.com. And so I'll do also appointments by telephone, by Skype, excuse me, not Skype anymore, telephone and FaceTime and in person, if anyone's interested, and Zoom. So if I remember, let's see. Other than that, any other questions or comments, please, anything I can try to answer,
I have one.
please.
I actually came to one of your events a couple weeks ago, and I have like a very unusual situation, and I am not sure if you could, really heal this or not. Do you work with people who have issues with their energy around them.
Yes.
And because I'm really struggling with that. It seems like I have I don't know what to call it, like a black spot or something that is and it is really, really, I really struggle every day with trying to work around it and whatever. And it, just really, really impacts what I do, my functioning each day. And, I'm just wondering if that's something that you could help me
Yeah.
with and heal
I
potentially.
yeah, I put that into the category. I'm not saying it is, but I put that into the category of emotional dilemmas, dramas, and traumas. And if it's around you, that means it's within you. And so, because everything emanates through what I refer to as the morphic fields of information, and those fields of information are the dynamics that we sometimes perceive outside of us, and for those that can. And I do address those in personal appointments most often. Sometimes I'm able to do it. See, I don't want to throw everyone's stuff in front of everyone. I like to keep it personal and private. But um, if you choose to, in your life, to have an appointment with me, I'd love to address that more. So I do work with those types of situations. Yes.
Okay. And the last meeting that I was at, you did do a group. You went around individually to each person.
Yes.
Is that what to expect tonight, or?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And I will go to each person, and it'll be public. So please understand that. And let me make sure. Yes, it is. All right. In any case, that's how I work. Yes. Yes.
Okay.
And I appreciate your being here. So cool.
Well, thank you for doing this.
Yeah. I will work with, as I mentioned, I don't work with anything emotionally in in public with anyone. If it's going to be, it'll get into a lot, and I don't want to do that. And it may take only seconds for me to do it, but it'll bring up a lot, and I address that.
Well, here's in my situation, I've been in therapy, I've been on medications, and it's still there. I've been in and
Yeah.
out of the hospital for that. And it is I feel like, and I don't know for sure, but it feels like it is like somehow I broke into like an aura or and then there's some kind of like a hole, something missing there, or it's an attachment of some sort,
Yeah. I understand.
or both.
I understand.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I don't know
If
if I'm
you
giving
ever,
too much
I'm sorry.
I don't know if I'm giving too much information now for the group thing, but
Yeah.
I
It'd be
just
more personal.
yeah, okay. Yeah.
And
Okay.
here, what I'll do is I'll work with one thing that everyone might have, and physically, biologically, neurologically, skeletal injury, or chronic situation, or whatever, discomforts or pains. And most people, when I do work with them, you'll experience something happening either immediately or incrementally. Many people experience something immediately. Other people will experience something 5 minutes later, or as soon as this healing circle is over, or walking down the street 2 weeks or 2 months later, saying, "Oh my God, when did this leave me?" If that should be the case. And there'll be some people that, I mean, a few people that might say, "Oh, nothing happened," but if they take a look back, something has changed in them for something to happen, which is fantastic. So I never know how it's going to affect someone. I just pretty much am reliant upon, as I said, the old man or old woman upstairs. And I do know that there's change, and that's all that I go for. In the old days, I used to go for the immediate, people passing out and everything else, and I don't go there anymore. It was like a show and tell, and for people, and I really go for that deep, deep change inside that leads into something. That's what's important for me nowadays. I think that's a lot more effective, and it changes life, and the soul recognizes that. And the soul is the vehicle for experience, and it presents to us what we need to go through at any given moment of our life, and what it brings about, leading us into the experiential of life. That's what the soul does. And so um, many people notice they no longer have a pattern that they need to work out in their life. That's the way I work now. And for many situations, not every, but many. Some people will experience most immediately no more discomforts, or whatever it should be, whether it be neurological, biological, skeletal disease, or whatever, or the chronic situations. And that's fine. They won't have a need for that anymore. There is no right or wrong, or good or bad in what you experience. It's everyone has their own path, in a sense. Everyone has their own way of becoming free in their life, to varying extents. So, all right, good questions, good comments, and good questions. Yeah, thank you.
Thank
Uh,
you.
sure. Any other comments or questions, please?
Well, I love that you're also in Arizona. That's really cool.
Yeah, yeah. And I see people out of my home office,
Oh,
and
awesome.
yeah, and especially people in Arizona. So
It's small but not small.
I understand. I understand. And it's also getting hot here.
Yeah.
We're going
The
back
last 2
into the
days were
hundreds.
great.
Yes, they were. And we actually got rain the other day for the first time in a long, long time. Yesterday we got it. And that was kind of wonderful. And there were kids outside playing in the rain. And so, all right. Let's see. Anything else, please, from anyone that I can try to answer? Yes, Sam. Can't hear you.
Can
There
you
you
hear
go.
me? Okay.
Yes.
Is it okay to ask a quick question about the last meeting, just to get some clarification?
Sure, I'll try to answer.
Okay, I had told you about the leg cramps, and you had said to drink tonic water.
Yes.
Half a cup in the afternoon and half in the evening. So
Yes.
I did that, but like how often? How is it a one-time thing? I didn't know like how many times I was supposed to do that.
The first day that you do that,
Uh-huh.
I would do it. I personally would do it, say, sometime during the day and sometime in the evening hours.
Okay.
And not doing a whole glass full or anything like that, just maybe about a third of a glass.
Okay.
And then I would do again on the second day.
Uh-huh.
And you'll notice that in my experience of suggesting this, you'll notice that you won't have them for maybe a few days or a week or a month or so if you regularly had them, quite often. you'll notice that they dissipate and kind of go away. But maybe in a month or 2 months, you might start getting them again and to repeat it again. And what you're doing is helping the body to remember to come back to a normalcy.
Okay.
And it might be because of lack of certain nutrition or whatever, who knows?
Mhm.
But this
Okay.
will retrain the body if, this is applicable towards you.
Okay.
Does that
Thank
make sense, hon?
Yeah, I think so. Thank you.
All right, good. Excellent. Cool. And have you tried it at all?
I did try it, but I don't get the leg cramps regularly. They've just happened maybe 3 times in the last year, that is,
Oh, okay.
so
I
that's
thought
why
they
I
were
didn't,
regular.
yeah,
Okay.
that's why I didn't know how to do that,
Sure.
because you don't know when it's going to happen, so I can't do it ahead of time.
Yeah. But when you get the tonic water, make sure it's not diet, and
Yeah,
make sure it has quinine in it. All
yeah,
tonic water has quinine unless it says no quinine.
yeah. No, I got that on there. It says on there on the label.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. Good, good, good.
Thank
And
you.
even if you open it and you lose the fizz after a
Uh-huh.
while, it's still good for what we're suggesting it for.
Okay.
And yeah, cool.
Thank you.
All right. Any other comments or questions, please? I can try to answer before we start here. Anything? Aria, I want to thank you for the amazing testimonial. And all right. Yeah.
I could add to it right now if you want. Victoria, I studied with Mark for 4 years straight. I never, if he was having something, I was there for 4 years straight. And then I continued for another 4 years after that. But I started adding some other stuff, esoteric, this, blah, blah, blah. And he is, and for me, it's true for me too. The more often I do it, the better I get. And I now do this as a living. And it's based on what Mark taught me.
Cool.
I
Thank
love
you
that
so much.
because that's literally what I've been searching for. I'm more of a like, I can't just read a book and just, it's not working for me. Like, I need to be like someone like there, hands-on. Like, I've joined like memberships with like people I've done like that done my channeling, but it's just not as personal. And I think that's what like my problem is. I need it personal because
I'm so
I've had so many times like my guides and like channelers telling me, "Yeah, you're intuitive healer." And I'm like, "Well, how do I do it? How do I learn? Because I don't know."
You're so lucky that you're in Arizona.
Yeah, so I just
There
looked
you go.
at his website
Cool.
right now and I was like, "What? Arizona? Okay,
I recommend showing up as often as possible.
for sure."
Yeah. Thank you so much, Aria. I appreciate it.
All true.
And
You're welcome.
anything else I can try to answer before we start here? Or rock and roll? All right. What I'll do is I'll work with one person at a time for maybe a minute or two. Now, these are what I refer to as quickie healings. And they may last you for 5 minutes or may last you for the rest of your life. Most people tell me that something in their life has changed permanently, which is fantastic. And I'll do everything I can to help you to feel better. If there's a physical dilemma, drama, or trauma that you're experiencing in your body. And many people actually feel something, either the electrical sensations or the heat or the cold or an emotional catharsis or wind or a breeze going through their muscles or bones or anything else that it might be. And some people won't feel anything, and that's fine too. Again, there's no right or wrong, good or bad in the mind of the old man or woman upstairs. And it doesn't mean that nothing's happening. And also keep in mind, it's never the end of the story. So please do keep that in mind. The ones that feel something need to. The ones that don't need to. and which it's all perfect in its mind. So, all right, no other final things here. Please go to the website. There's a gifting tab on the homepage, markearlix.com, and please feel free from your heart. Let's see. All right, let's start with Victoria. Any one thing in your body that's bugging you, please.
Um,
Anything
Me
that you'd like to
personally, I
share.
always have digestive issues, but I was reading that you said that we can substitute for somebody else.
Yes.
Um, my mom, she actually has glaucoma, so she's constantly dealing with inflammation in her eyes to where she can't see, and she's having to do like needles in her eyes. She has to go for surgery in 2 weeks. Yeah, I'm hoping to pass it on to her.
I just saw a science fiction movie the other day where someone was an evil villain was putting needles in the eye.
Yeah, I'm like, what?
So- all right.
I'm always
Torturing
like, just
someone.
come to a Reiki session with me. Like, stop going to those appointments.
Medical science is good. And if you find the
So
right person with,
she's
yeah.
been going for 3 years now and no progress at all.
Oh,
So that's why I'm like, let's try something else.
all right. I don't need it, but what is her first name?
Jennifer,
Okay. What I'm going to do, I'm going to work with Jennifer. And is it both eyes or the right eye mostly?
both eyes. I'm not sure which most are that.
Okay, that's fine. All right. This may take a moment or so, and we'll see if we can help or not. All right. All right. Cool. And what about you?
Oh, me.
Yeah, any one
I
thing that's bugging you the most?
it's always my stomach, which I feel like has to do with my root chakra, but yeah, it's usually digestive issues.
Okay. And all right. Now you may sense something happening as I do this, anyone here. And uh you won't be able to necessarily figure it out, but you'll sense it. And when you do sense it, if you need to, then just enjoy it. Know that something exciting is happening, something that's changing inside, and that's all that really matters.
Mhm.
And uh, and when I sense things, I find a gratefulness within myself.
Yeah.
All right, and you don't have to help me. All right, my dear. Cool.
feel like
Let's
like on my face.
enjoy. Let's see what happens from this. Let's see what happens. And again, I mentioned this a moment ago. What I might suggest is doing the just plain fiber capsules
Okay.
if you can find them. And
Yeah. So I do like probiotics and like
yeah,
digest.
this is different.
Okay, fiber.
These have no nutritional value at all.
Okay.
And so they're not going to hurt you in any way.
Mhm.
And what I would suggest is starting off with 2 in the morning, 2 capsules in the mornings religiously. And you'll see that after the first day, there'll be a change.
Okay. Yeah, for sure.
Uh,
Yeah, I think that's the only thing I actually have not really tried. Like I've tried oregano oil, probiotics,
I
digestive
understand.
enzymes, just like
And the body's going to react to those things.
Mhm.
With this, you might find, without making any claims, you might find that there's a most immediate change within a day or so. And
Right.
just plain fiber capsules, 2 of
Okay.
them. And what is it called? Psyllium husk.
Psyllium husk.
Yeah, they're plain capsules. They're not probiotics or not prebiotics or nothing. And so,
Thank you.
sure.
It's spelled PSY.
Yeah,
Yeah,
see that.
okay,
It was
good.
like it's just a complete like, oh, okay. Google's like, you mean this? Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't even know how to spell it. But all right. Yeah, thank you so much. I
Thank you.
appreciate it. Hope to see you again. And Ruth, hey Ruth, my dear friend Ruth.
Hi, Mark.
Hi. How's everything going?
Well, I'm a little sore. I spent 2 hours weeding in the garden, and boy, did
Oh
it
my
need it.
goodness.
That was yesterday. So I've been icing my left knee and,
Ooh,
various other body parts. Anyway, could you work on my husband's right leg? He's having cancer surgery tomorrow to remove a little spot. And
yes.
it's not melanoma, it's the other kind, so it's less serious. But
Okay. Yes.
it's still
Gladly. And
great.
it'll be a real breeze for him tomorrow too.
Yes, good. I knew you could help.
And you said which leg? The right leg?
It's the right leg, your left.
Okay. My left. Thanks. I'm dyslexic, so she reminds me all the time. All right. You got it. You got it.
Thanks, Mark.
And what about you?
Um,
Which knee is it?
well, it was the left one. I think it's better now.
Good. Excellent. Excellent.
Um,
Let me do a little reinforcement on that, hon.
okay, thank you.
Am I right? Okay. And what I'm doing is using my imagination to image in action that I'm actually working on you and you're right in front of me, everyone here. There. Did you sense something happening there? Just curious.
Yeah, it's kind of tingly. So thank
Cool. That's what I call the breath of God or the dance of life
you.
that we're experiencing.
Yeah, thanks.
Cool. Yeah, thank you. And let's see, Sam, hey.
Hey, Mark. If you can work on my left eye, I've been still getting those floaties, that's kind of making my vision blurry a little bit.
All right. Okay. What I'm doing won't take it totally away. It'll help you to adapt to it,
Okay.
to make your life a little bit easier, but don't freak out over it.
Okay.
Okay. Let there be a little more clarity. Okay,
Okay. Thank you.
cool. Cool. Thank you, Sam. Appreciate it. And Joanne, hey. All
Hi.
right, young lady. Hi. Anything in particular you'd like me to work with on?
Well, let's see, since we won't work on the other thing that I mentioned. Recently I have 2 bumps on the bottom of my feet, one on each foot. And I just noticed them within the last few weeks. They do hurt when I walk, and I think it's from the shoes, but I'm wondering if you could, maybe do something about them.
Yes, I will work with that. But I'd also, what I'd like to do is, let me do one thing here. I forgot it. My apologies. One thing I'd also like to recommend is to ever see one of those wooden um, eh, um, knobs where you get to hold the top part, and right below it is like a knob, and uh, some people use it as massage or digging in. If you can get one of those, and uh, unfortunately, it's going to be uncomfortable if you push that little almost pointed thing. It's not pointed, but push it into one spot on your foot where it's on. Choose one foot, of course, and push it in. It's going to hurt. But if you keep doing that, it'll hurt less and less and less over, say, 5 minutes time. And then put a dry heat on it, like from a heating pad, not one of those old rubber water bottles, but a dry heat for about 5 or 7 minutes, as much as you can handle.
I see.
And,
Okay.
and if you do that for, say, 2 days, it might eliminate. But in the
Okay.
meantime, I'll do my thing and see if that affects you. Now, if you put your heel on the ground, does it hurt?
These are each on the ball of my foot,
Okay,
kind of
if you
on
put
the
the
outer.
okay,
The outer.
and if you put that part of your foot on the ground and put pressure on the ground, does it hurt?
Yes.
Okay, let's start off. We're going to do the your right foot, my left,
Okay.
your right, and
Okay.
just hold your foot flat as much as you can on the ground without hurting yourself.
Okay.
And I'm going to imagine putting my hand underneath your foot.
Okay.
And tell me when you begin to feel the warmth. Right there a little bit. Did you sense that? Okay,
Not yet.
that's fine. There. There. All right, move your foot around a little bit and
Okay.
then put it back on the ground, on the ball of the foot, and tell
Okay.
me if it's any different than it was before. And it may or may not be, or it may be lesser or greater or worse or what.
Right before you stopped, I started to feel a little bit, just, a little bit. So okay,
Sure.
let me see. Uh,
Try to compare it to
Huh.
before.
yeah, I am trying to, it does seem like it's still there, but it
What do you
feels
think?
okay. I would have to get up and walk around to figure it
Just
out.
for a
But
moment. Yeah,
yeah.
sure.
Let's see. Yeah. It does feel a little bit better. Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
Okay. And one more thing I'm going to do with it.
Okay.
Again, I'm going to put my hand underneath your foot. I'm going
Okay.
to imagine this using my imaging in action. All right, let's see if this doesn't make a change. Even more so.
Okay.
Wonderful. Wonderful. What's that like for you, young lady? Notice any difference? The same, worse, better, what?
Now I went on to a solid floor, which is where the issue probably started. Slightly better, but it's probably about the same
Okay.
on a harder floor. The first time I was on carpet.
All right, let's see if this doesn't change to some degree or all of it. We'll see what this leads into.
Okay.
All right.
Mhm.
Awesome.
Thank you. Yeah.
Oh, my pleasure, my honor. And I'm most curious from anyone that I work with here, please, or everyone, if you can let me know through email if you have experienced change. I'd really appreciate it. And let's see. I can't read. Patria. I'm
Patria.
terrible at names. My
That's okay,
apologies.
Patria.
Patria. Anything in particular you would like me to work with on?
Yeah, I have actually been very concerned about some symptoms I've been having recently. I've had very, very, very strong health all of my life. And so slightly to the right of my navel, I've been feeling a dull ache um, and some other symptoms. And of course concerning because that's where the liver and the pancreas and all that's going on. So it's been going on for a few months, and again I've never had anything like that before, so it's definitely gotten my attention. It's not constant. It's not it's not a strong pain, but it's like just kind of a very mild ache, but it's there most days.
And also in that area is to my understanding, and I know nothing anatomically, but also in the area is the small intestine.
Mhm. And the gallbladder, all that important stuff is there. Yeah.
I know, but we don't want to make more out of it
No.
than what,
Yeah. And you know, but
so we
and
can
I
go crazy
because
over
I'm
that.
so used to being healthy all the time, I thought it would just kind of resolve itself. So anyway, that's what I would like to look at.
Okay. And you've had it for how long now? Couple weeks?
No, no, longer than that. At least a couple months.
Couple months, okay. All right. And you may, I always say this to people, you may experience a sensation in that area as I work with it.
Okay.
Personally, I felt a movement and what inside. Um, and it was I mean, again, not to diagnose,
Mhm.
because I'm not, but my experience of what I just had, it's almost like uh, for some reason or another, and I don't know why, it was almost like the wall of the lower intestine, it was weakened, and that can create, in what I'm perceiving, that can create um, uh, the sensation or the feelings that you were having in there, and for who knows how long, as you described, a couple months, 2 or 3 months. So that might be it. And what I did, and I visualized and I worked with through the visualization, uh, strengthening that wall of the intestinal. So, did you sense something happening while I was doing that? And be candid, please.
I really didn't, which surprises me because while you were working with other people, I could feel a lot of energy.
Cool.
But with me, I didn't feel anything different.
All right. All right. That's awesome. That's fine. And um,
Not yet, but I'm sure.
so what I'm going to do, I'm also going to uh, put my hands on your head and ask a blessing on you. Okay.
Okay.
You got it. You got it.
Thank
All
you.
right, my dear. Now, were you feeling that discomfort when you came into the circle tonight that you remember?
Um, Not particularly. I mean, it
Okay.
kind of comes and goes.
Sure.
But it's there enough that I'm aware of it, most days, but not particularly, no.
All right. Let's see if something has changed.
Okay.
All right. Thank you so much for being here. I
Of
appreciate it.
course. Yeah. I mean, I've been thinking I need to, it's just a cost factor. I probably need to go in and have some imaging done to see what's happening, but
Sure. Yeah. I'm curious to find out. And I just gave you my perception. So
Okay.
let's see what
Great.
happens.
Oh, great. I hope it's as simple as that. Thank you.
All right, my dear. Thank you. And Aria, yay! Turn on your mic. There you go. Anything
Hi.
in particular, my friend?
I have to read it. Hold on. I have a anterior fundal intramural fibroid.
Oh my God. Call a priest. What?
I know. And abnormal thickened endometrium, which could be secondary to hyperplasia or neoplasia.
Oh, good. What does that mean? All right.
So my uterus.
Okay.
If you could just say a blessing on it or
Yes.
cast out demons or whatever you do there. Just kidding.
You got it. All right.
Thank you so much.
My pleasure. Please do keep
I-
me updated, as I always say.
Okay. I definitely felt that. Thanks.
Good. Good. The breath of God, the warmth, you know, the dance of life. Cool. All right. Now, are they suggesting a DNC?
No, they are suggesting that they put me under general anesthesia, which I do not want,
Okay.
and that they cut out little bits of it all over the place, plus that they go into a lymph gland, a nearby lymph gland.
Okay.
And
All right.
apparently this is the standard of care process before they tell you what you need next. It's like, it's not even that I need those things necessarily. That's just what they do
Okay.
next.
All right. If you do have,
I think
yeah.
that's what she said, what reading between the lines when I was asking her a million questions. Anyway, I'm sorry, go ahead.
If they do the anesthesia, uh, uh, I always suggest that because it is going to be a general, so what I always suggest to people is that after a procedure, after you get home, um, have a shot of brandy. That will dissipate any of the anesthesia out of your blood system. So one shot
so-
only.
I wonder if they sell one shot. Maybe I'll go to a bar before I go.
No,
I don't-
afterwards.
I don't have
Afterwards,
any, no, I mean, but
not before.
no, I mean, after the, okay, I'm just trying to make a joke, which is not working, about that I don't have any brandy, but okay.
Get a cheap bottle of peach brandy or something. I don't
Peach
know.
brandy, sounds great. Okay,
Or some kind.
thank you.
All right. Okay, where did that come from? So,
I don't know.
all right. Randy, how you doing, my dear friend?
Hey, Mark.
Hey.
It's been really, really rough with the dizziness and vertigo. It's just getting worse. And like I said last time, it could be blockage in the salivary ducts that is causing the swelling that's affecting the dizziness. I can't go through that exploratory surgery till the blood pressure comes down.
Okay.
But basically, I am spinning in all kinds of directions, and my head feels very inflamed around my jaw, and my neck is very inflamed and swollen. But I pretty much don't go anywhere these days. It's gotten that bad. So I'd say if we can focus on the dizziness and the vertigo, and maybe ask for a blessing that the doctors figure it out.
Good idea. All right. All right, my dear. Yeah, please do keep me updated. I appreciate it.
Sure. Thank you very much, Mark.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it, Randy. Please, this has been a tough crowd tonight, and with all kinds of stuff, which is great. But what I mean by tough is that there's no immediate with anyone except for maybe one person or two people. But uh, it's not the end of the story. Please do keep that in mind. And let's see what happens between now and over the next couple days, what transpires in your bodies. I have no control over it. I let the old man or woman upstairs do it. I do know that there's going to be change, or there'll be an awareness of situations. And even with you following through with getting results of things, if you're going to doctors and stuff like that. And do keep in mind, though, that in my experience, doctors aren't bad. Some don't know how to be doctors, and others are good. And it's up to people to find, the best doctor for them if that's what's needed. And you'll find that the results are incredible. I don't know what else to say about that. So if you do have to go to a doctor for whatever, most often or there's been times in the past that doctors have recommended me to clients with exceptional results when nothing else could be done. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. I always know that, again, that there's change happening, and that's all that matters. And I never know what it leads into. All right. Any other final questions or comments, please, before we boogie?
Well, I love that there's doctors that recommend you. That's pretty cool.
There
Uh,
are a few doctors over the past many
Yeah.
years.
So, with my daughter, she's 7.
Cool.
We've been going to a doctor for she was having like issues And we were seeing like health issues, and we were seeing specialists, and like nothing was happening with inflammation with her skin. And so finally I'm like, you know what? We're just gonna go ask your guides at this point because I'm pretty sure, like, obviously they're gonna let us know what's going on. And sure enough, they're like, yeah, no more cotton, no more fragrances, no detergents, all natural. We're gonna go, it needs to be breathable. Bamboo, linen. And then so we tried all this, so we did exactly what they, suggested, and she's
It
back to
worked.
normal. And
Yay.
I was just thinking, like, like all these like doctors and like gynecology and stuff like that, like you didn't think to like recommend any of these things. But it's not their fault, they're just their education
They're,
sometimes
yeah,
just
they're doing
blocks
what
it,
they know.
prescription. So
Sure. Yeah. They follow the protocols and they're kind of afraid not to,
Mhm.
most doctors. And,
Yeah.
but everyone is unique. Everyone's unique. Now, pertaining to your daughter, uh, she's not, being at the age of 7, she's not developed organ wise and immune wise and all these
Yeah.
other things. But she will grow out of that,
Yeah.
over time.
Yeah, and that was actually part of our soul contract is for me to go into the Eastern medicine area away from Western. So that is
Cool.
she agreed to be my muse basically. So poor her.
All right. Awesome. Well, I thank you all for being here. I'm totally honored that you allowed me to work with you, and I can't wait to hear from you all if there's change in your life, and that's what I'm excited about. So, please do come back next week if anyone's interested in an appointment. Great. If you want to do the workshops, I got one coming up. It should be on my webmaster should have put it into the newsletter now and also on the website. Sign up for the newsletter on the website as well. I don't sell names or email addresses. And uh, whatever. I don't know what else. Please take advantage of the gifting tab if you have an opportunity. And I know that anything that's given from the heart is reciprocal. It comes back. Um, so other than that, if anyone wants an appointment, let me know. Um, I'll say my adieus.
Yeah. Thank
Oh,
you.
for the workshops, is it the general workshop, or is it like under a newsletter?
Uh, Either way, it's on the website and it's in the newsletter as well. It will be. The newsletter person will be putting it out. The website person already has. I believe they posted it on the website.
That's
I
good.
hope so. So I haven't even checked. So
Thank you,
uh,
Mark.
Thank you.
Thank you.
all right. Thank you all so much. Blessings and peace. Have
Mm.
fun. Enjoy your lives.
Hi.
Hi, hon.
That's her.
Bye
Bye
bye.
bye.